And we're live, you fucking handsome bastard. Look at you.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
stunning.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? I've done this once before, and I've watched you throughout the years. And when I come in here, I get a little nervous.
Why?
You're a guy who knows a lot about everything, and I don't know a lot about everything. I know enough to make it seem like I know a lot about everything. Whatever you're doing, you know more than I do, right? Mm-hmm. Like we were on your treadmill out there,
right? And
you go, it's 13%. What did you say?
13% more difficult than regular running.
Okay, like I forgot the fact. What you just said from the time we walked in, I lost it. So I don't have the retention that I wish I had.
I gotta get you some Alpha Brain.
I need something.
Do we have any here?
Yeah. Is that what I'm missing in my diet? Alpha Brain?
I don't know. I mean, it's what's interesting though is that people will come up to me with shit that happened just a few years ago, and I'm like, I don't remember that at all. Like, I think you have a certain amount of room in your brain. And my brain is always deleting stuff that it doesn't think it needs anymore and then shoving in new things. Like sometimes someone will tell me about something. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, you don't remember? There was the guy with no arms who drove us around. I went, what? And then I have to go, oh, yeah. And it's like I find the folder in my head and like, oh, there it is. Yeah. And then we went to the pool hall and da-da-da-da-da. And then I'll remember.
Gotcha.
But it's just... for whatever reason, this I only keep things that I'm interested in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I just wish I could retain a lot of the things I either see or hear to then recall it in a conversation.
You can, but you got to write things down, and you got to want to recall things.
Yeah, that's a problem. I don't do a lot of writing as far as like a notepad or anything to just take notes.
When you write your act, do you write it in your head or do you write it on paper or computer?
It's audio, just audio. Go to the Comedy Store, I record it, and I listen to it on the way home, really? And then I go, oh, maybe I'll do this next time. Maybe I'll do that. I'll take that out, this out. And then, so there's no writing. My act is more recalling stories than sitting in a room going, oh, I think this is funny.
Right.
So that's kind of how I work. But yeah, the reason I say that to start off is just like I see you go down a lot of different paths on the podcast. And I often go, man, if I was sitting in that chair, could I add to the conversation? And a lot of times it's no. I can't, just because for whatever the reason, I just feel like I need to be a little bit more well-read.
How often do you read?
Like I read the Goggins book.
Yeah, and great fucking book.
Yeah. And
sad life that dude had, huh?
A sad life, but then on the flip side, inspiring to, a guy like myself where, I'm running, say I'm working out, and I thought of this guy, I go, you know what, let's put another mile into this. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just now starting to get into a little bit more books than I have in the past, because in the past, to be honest with you, I haven't really read much.
I try to read one new thing a week, and the way I try to do it is I use a lot of audiobooks, but I also read books. So I go back and forth in between them, between reading and audiobooks. But I find for whatever reason I retain more with audiobooks than I do with reading. Maybe it's my ADD or something like that. Because when I'm reading, I kind of have to back up sometimes. Like I'll go through a whole paragraph where I'm thinking about some other shit while I'm reading. Yeah. And then I got to go, okay, asshole, back up, reread that, go over it again,
That's what I find. My mind wanders. Like,
yeah.